Alrighty, everyone. Here's another gacha revenue war. And as we all know, common disclaimer, these numbers are not accurate. All of the numbers on this entire chart are wrong, but they're equally as wrong every single month, so it gives a decent trend for about how well these games are doing. That said, all these numbers are actually lower than they're supposed to be. They're not higher than they're supposed to be. Every single number is only tracking certain parts of the revenue, so it's way lower than it should be. In some cases, it might even be doubled for some of these games, maybe even tripled if there's a lot of PC being played, but not much phone. So let's take a look. Higan, I don't understand how this game is still running. This game has literally been at the bottom forever, and it's somehow still there. Rememento, this game just came out, by the way. I am not kidding. This game literally just came out, and it's at 11,000. That is insane. That's actually crazy, dude. The AI prompter that they used to translate the entire story probably took more money than that. I don't know how that's possible. One Punch Man World. Ooh, Tribe 90K became Tribe 40K. That's actually so sad. This game is the first big gacha. I say big gacha, I guess I mean more high budget gacha to bite the dust. Bit of a shame that that's happening, really. It's really too bad. Let's see, look down here. Black Clover M, I remember when that made like 20 million. ET Chronicle, Counterside, Danmachi. Ark Knights of Veta has been floundering. Man, it's been doing so badly. This game is pretty recent. Isekai. It turns out even Japan is done with isekais. If you square isekai, people want nothing to do with it. Honestly, that's a good thing. Let's see, we got like Girls Frontlines back, Eversoul, Starseed, Aether Gazer. All these games are like so low down, but they're still hanging in there. Guilong Chao, Ash Echoes. A lot of these you may have heard of or more kind of recent games in the past year. Let me see. Tower of God New World. I think Netmar will drop the ball and kill that game pretty much. Bleach Brave Souls is at like the all-time lowest I've ever seen it. Honkai Gakuen. Guardian Tale's not doing so hot, even though it had a Freeman collab. Echo Calypse, they scammed me, so screw them. I hope it drops lower. Trickle Revive. This game is actually coming to the West. It's kind of crazy that this game is doing as well as it is overall, and it's soon going to be in the West, so let's see how that goes. Sword of Convallaria. They're the same company that owns Etheria Restart, keep in mind. I've heard some not amazing things about this game, though, so we'll have to see. Snowbreak is still hanging in there. I remember when it was just popping off, but not as much right now. Although, I do remember Snowbreak was making 70% of its money off of PC. The company actually said that, so hey. Black Beacon is actually doing fine, which is kind of shocking. What's the breakdown like? This is really, really surprising. Oh, it's all from China. Oh. Yeah, so turns out completely screwing over the West and making everyone mad made it so nobody spent any money. Oh my god. Holy crap, is it dead in the West? But hey, it's doing okay in China, so hey, congrats to them there. That's unbelievable. Persona 5 Phantom X is soon coming out globally, or at least most of the world as far as I know. But as for now, it's still hanging in there, doing pretty well overall. Mostly any game that's making like a few million is doing like pretty darn well. People's views have really gone skewed by some of the top dogs for sure. Honkai Impact 3rd still churning at the same amount. Limbus Company going to 1.9 million, and that's only mobile. It's actually doing really well on Steam. It recently hit its all-time peak of like 80,000 people on Steam concurrent, which is like in the top 10 games of Steam. That's like ranked 6 on Steam, by the way, which is absolutely insane if you think about it, that it's a story-based gacha that hits that high. So I don't even know what its PC revenue is, but it's probably pretty damn good. So, hey, I'm really happy for them. Brown Dust 2 recently had their collaboration with Goblin Slayer. Looks like it's doing pretty decently. Mahjong Soul was just added to the list. This is literally just a Mahjong game, and it's pretty solid. Wizardry, still at 3 mil. I don't know if this is incorrect because it's grayed out or if it's just making the same amount, but that's great. Honestly, these games are doing awesome. Wow, Punch and Gray Raven actually doing pretty decent overall. Hey, congrats to them. Epic 7 doing pretty decent as well. Some of these numbers are pretty up. Dude, Blue Archive is still on the downturn. It's been falling for so long. I heard that fans weren't really happy with it, but this is crazy how it's still going down. Damn. Girls Frontline is still doing great. If you're hovering around this amount, you're doing really awesome. At least for, that size of game. Modoka Magika, we're going to keep seeing this drop for a while. It was a really recent game, and I think they ran like 7 banners in a row on release, just milking the hell out of the players. Unbelievable shamelessness. Some IP-based gachas are still doing really well. JJK went up a ton. That's crazy that the JJK game is doing so well. Wait till they see the end of the anime. That thing is about to drop. AFK Journey even having a big patch. I think they had their collaboration with Fairy Tail. We got Summoner's War, Miku Colorful Stage doing great. That's an awesome game, honestly. Dokkan Battle, just chilling. They had their anniversary recently where it was crazy numbers. Now they're back to normal. Reverse 1999, wow. They're doing great. They had a recent patch, and I think they may have had their anniversary as well. Looks like they're doing well. I'm really happy for them. I think they're a pretty solid game and company. I think they treat people pretty well. What the hell? Number 16? Hugo banner. I think everyone's saving for 2.0, but even if you're saving for 2.0, what the hell, man? Number 16? Oh my god. That's insane. I mean, everyone is definitely going for the 2.0 characters. There's no question about that. But holy crap, we're never going to see another male character added in that game ever again, bro. There is never going to be another male character. That is the final male character. Jesus. Oh my god. That's actually crazy. You know what's sad too? Hugo had maybe literally the best trailer of any character Hoyoverse has ever made. His trailer was so good. It was like this crazy musical and thing. It was so well done. Kind of a shame to see he got done so dirty, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see what 2.0 2.0 is about to boost this thing from 16 to maybe even like top 5. We'll see though. Dragon Ball Legends, doubling its revenue, doing great. Puzzle and Dragons, this is an old Eldritch game and it's still doing great. Cookie Run Kingdom popping off. Wait, I shouldn't scroll too high. Monster Strike Nikkei? Whoa, that's crazy. Went from 10 to 23 million. Wait a second, did they add China? China's added in now. Yep. They recently pissed off a ton of players, however, because they released the Chinese version and it's literally just a better PC client that runs way better and has some other niceties to it. So they really screwed up there. And then the CEO in like a deleted post kind of made fun of the fact that people were upset about it. So huge L happened for them, which is really sad because I really like the game. I'm a huge fan of the game and I've always liked the company. So it's really unfortunate that it got embroiled in that. But I mean, the game's doing great. Hopefully they can bring those changes over to the global market and not just keep it in China. But hey, on the bright side, we don't have any of those sensors they got over there. Wuthering Waves. Wow. It went up. Wow. Honestly, damn. Wuthering Waves has been doing really well. It's funny, it moved down 2 places, but it went up. It's funny because Wuthering Waves really looked like it wasn't doing that hot until 2.0 hit, and 2.0 really brought it back in the game. I wonder if that's what's going to happen to Zenless Zone Zero. Maybe Zenless Zone Zero 2.0 can start boosting it. If they really like put a lot of effort in, 2.0 is a banger. Because that's what happened with Wuwa. Before 2.0, the game was kind of on the downturn. It was kind of floundering. People were kind of bored. But Wuthering Waves really came back from that. Now, I know a lot of people are probably pulling because of all the banners and stuff, but still kind of surprised that people weren't so mad about some of the controversies that it was less. But hey, it did fine. It is the anniversary after all. So makes sense people would want to spend. Fate Grand Order is doing better. I'm not sure who just came out in Fate Grand Order, but it's basically, did a hot waifu come out? Yes. Okay, it's popping off, right? That's just literally how it works. Oh wow, certain waifu or like a new Saber face or a new Rin face came out and now it's popping off. SD Gundam G Generation. Why did it double? Okay, well, Japan is loving that game. I saw that game, and it's like a little chibi strategy space Gundam game, and I was like, it looks kind of cheap. I don't think it's really that great. Oh, okay, it's one of the most popular games right now in Japan. Okay. Or maybe it just constantly milks its players. I guess we'll see. There's a Freedom Gundam banner going right now. I don't know what the hell that is, but it looks like Freedom Gundam pops the hell off in the community. But damn, congrats to that game. Genshin Impact. Wait, what banner is going right now? 22 million to 36 million. Bro, it's number 6. Isn't Escoffier, or however you say her name, isn't she like insanely good and people like her? Why is it not higher? What happened, man? Dude, I thought that Genshin was going to bounce back much harder. Because she's really good for that character Skirk. And Skirk is one of the most popular characters for everyone. Well, I think we're going to see it go up again when Skirk comes out. But it seems surprising to me that people didn't pull for the support for the next character, right? Because a lot of people like to do that. But, hey, wow, that's insane that Genshin is at this right now. Because it was king of the world, right? It was number 1. So when you think about, like, the difference, it's just kind of crazy, right? Well, damn, it's not even in the top 5. This is insane. Genshin's not in the top 5. Wu is not in the top 5. ZZZ's not in the top 5. So those, like, big company names you always see are not in the top 5. So what do we got? Love and Deep Space, obviously. Wait, Infinity Nikki hasn't been seen yet, even after all the controversy. Pokemon TCG game. Honkai Star Rail. Wait, I missed it? I missed it? I passed it? Oh, wait, Infinity Nikki was down there. Oh my god, wait, they're still around the same amount. Even after all those controversies. Oh my god. After doing like 50 different things to screw over the players, they didn't even lose that much money? Damn. Okay, well, sorry, I missed that. Okay. What are we looking at? Top 5. Naruto Mobile. Okay, yep. I forgot about that one. It's still chilling there. I watched gameplay of that game. Thoroughly underwhelmed. I can't believe that this game makes this much money, and I also can't believe that not even Japan is allowed to play this game. Why the hell is this only in China? Bro, Japan loves Naruto, or at least they did, and they don't even get to play the game from their own country? That's crazy. That's insane that it's not anywhere else in the world. That's wild. All right. Top 4. Ark Knights. Wow. That's crazy. It doubled. Congrats to Ark Knights. Wow. That's actually pretty insane that it's doing this well this patch. I know they're also giving out a free character that's just literally a cat. It's a cat with 2 tails. Banging. All right. Number 3, I'm going to guess Love and Deep Space. It's Honkai Star... Wait, 50 mil? Who was the recent character? It was just Hyacine, right? I don't think they have anyone else. Yeah, Pink Barbara. Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes some sense. Just being her, that makes sense. Yeah, the gun guy, I think Anaxa was before, right? I think he had already come out. Okay, that's lower than I expected, but just because Honkai Star was such a giant, but that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. It's got to be Love and Deep Space, right? Oh my god, it's Pokemon TCG Pocket. Oh my god, dude. It's another Love and Deep Space sweep. This is insane. Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is barely a game, it's just a card pulling simulator, made 66 million, and Love and Deep Space, 69 million. And Wow. What can I say? They're gonna keep milking that cow until it dies, and I don't see it dying anytime soon. Reminder: Love and Deep Space is made by the same company that makes Infinity Nikki, and they are both some of the most stingy predatory games. And I've gotten hate for that, by the way. I've said this kind of stuff, and I had a bunch of people like hate commenting, saying like, it's not stingy, it's actually so much better than these other games, and it's more generous. And it's like, mathematically, you're wrong. Like, you are literally mathematically lying. Like, what are you talking about, brother?
Time to wake up.
So stupid, by the way. But anyways, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that it's doing this well. I definitely expected ZZZ and Genshin to be higher. I didn't expect Wu to be this high. Just, I kind of keep my expectations low for the game. It's always better when you really care about a game to keep your expectations low about the game that you like the most, because then you won't get disappointed, right? But hey, good job, Wu. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna go so well. So nice. I think ZZZ is about to pop off next patch. 2.0 is big, but how much is it gonna pop off? I think how much ZZZ pops off next patch is kind of just gonna determine almost the future of the game in a way, because like 2.0 is a huge patch with a really big character people like, big in two ways, right? So I don't know. We'll have to see. And I'm a little bit surprised that HSR wasn't higher, but that makes total sense. Just pink Barbara. I mean, come on, they would have got Barbara and Genshin, right? Ark Knights, absolutely crazy win. That's absolutely insane. 11 D Space, still at the very top. Turns out that half the human race is women, and they're just as thirsty as men. So, if not more, from some of the people I know. But, yeah. This is a pretty interesting month of gacha PvP. Genuinely, a lot of dark horses came out of nowhere, like the Gundam one, Ark Knights, but hey, it looks like there's not really going to be much war. I think overall people are going to be relatively civil, except I think a lot of people are going to dunk on Zenless Zone Zero, but that's just like, come on, you released Hugo. I'm sorry, but what did you expect, really? It's known as a mega gooner game at this point with just a bunch of hot, caked up women. So do you really think Hugo is going to be like, oh, dude, we got to all pull Hugo? And all of the women who have been saving 4 male characters, well, they got so long to save, they just get them for free. Why would they even spend money on Hugo, right? It's kind of just, it's an endless spiral. And this happens with so many games. It's the same thing that happens with Wuthering Waves. You release a male character, it makes way less money. Guess what? Because people got to save for so long that they don't even have to spend money. So, tale as old as time. And yeah, that's about it for the gacha revenue. Another month.